So I got a few quick things to say about the new episode of Shield Hero. First of all, I love that it's not a unison just yet, because a lot of anime tend to do this, and they always do this. That now the hero is recognized, so you know what? The hero is gonna get all the recognition it needs and all that old stuff. But rather in this anime, what was different and really got me like just chuckling throughout the episode, just giving a smile throughout my face and keeping me like entertained was the whole situation about how it turned out with Raphtalia and how it turned out at the council they are having, the four heroes with the queen, and that's just so that was so good. I can't express how good I felt when I watched it. I don't know, it was pretty funny in my eyes. That's just how I felt, because the whole thing about arguing I am the best or this guy is the best or this guy is the best is just like, oh, okay. Like, you're wrong, I'm right, you're wrong. Like, you have no unison at all, even though you're the four cardinal heroes and all that stuff. And then there is the whole thing now for me never ever figuring out he had more abilities with him, and I was like, oh, now for me kinda could have been. I can now understand why he couldn't figure out, because he could be pretty overpowered with all the abilities he would have gotten. Like, let's just imagine he already knew how to like copy all these legendary items and all that stuff within his shield. Imagine you get a shield that was just so much more, it had so much more defense to it that it would be crazy. And I was like, oh, now I understand why they didn't give now for me all these crazy hacks. Like, he already has the rage shield and everything, but rage shield isn't that much of a special thing. First of all, about rage shield is that it consumes his body. Second of all, he can't control it. And third of all, like, he couldn't even fight against that, whoever that chick was in the wave that they had a hard time fighting against. Like, she pretty much, if I had to put it correctly, she pretty much one shot it now for me. Like, that's how powerful that chick was. Like, jeez, there is no escape from her. So just like the Rachel, I wouldn't even call the Rachel hacks. Like, these guys who were sitting in the council, I was like, you know, how did you activate your cheat and everything? I'm like, dude, even if it's hacks, he was still not able to defeat one of the strongest enemies in the whole series that I've seen so far. So let's be honest here, that hacks is not hacks. Plus, it's consuming his body and all that stuff, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't call that a hacks. So to be honest, Shield Hero is pretty weak. I'll be honest here, like, through what I have seen, he's pretty weak. He needs Raphtalia and Philo for a lot of stuff. And on his own, he's a pretty weak person. Speaking of Raphtalia and Philo, their classes got upgraded in this episode, and I want to talk about that too, because they didn't get that type of upgrade class, which I was like, free to choose upgrade class. Now, obviously, I wouldn't auto resolve the upgrade class or anything. Like, I wouldn't auto skill up or anything. But I know by Naofumi what Naofumi feels and everything, because he's been around for a long time and he feels for these two people, because he's taken care of them since they were kids. To be honest, like literal kids. I'm not even joking. Like, they leveled up to be big and all that stuff. And Philo is still a kid. He's been taking care of Raphtalia since she was a little baby girl, Raffy, whatever you want to call it, like raccoon, baby girl shit. But still, yeah, I lost my words. Yeah, I embarrassed myself. But still, speaking about this one, it was understandable, but at the same time they couldn't pick up the class and all that stuff. Now, if you guys didn't get why, it's quite simple. It's because of the artifact that they were given. First of all, Philo's artifact that was given by Vittoria. And for anybody who doesn't know what Raphtalia's thing was, if I'm correct, Raphtalia's artifact was... Wait, what was Raphtalia given again? Even I can't remember now. I was thinking about a dragon thing, but the dragon thing was with Philo as well. And then... The only thing that I think so, Raftalia even was given was the slave mark and the sword. That's pretty much it. I don't remember if Raftalia was given anything else. Let me know down in the comments down below why Raftalia couldn't upgrade her class. Because I don't remember any artifacts that were given to Raftalia, if I'm correct. Or was there anything given? Wait, didn't he hold down something to Raftalia? Gift him something? I don't know. I don't know. Gift her something, by the way. Sorry, my English. I speak bad English. Anyways, yeah. Like I said, let me know down in the comments down below what was the artifact that was given to Raftalia, because I can't remember right now. Other than that, another thing is that I saw this interesting character. His name was Lark. Is that what his name was? Because I actually found that character interesting just because of the tone he speaks in. Like, I like his tone, alright? I like the way he speaks. They're like, yo, young lad. I like that. I like it. It kind of reminds me of All Might in a way. Because, you know how All Might speaks and B's like, young Midoriya, young Bakugo, and all that shit. Kind of remind me of that. I was like, oh, kind of reminds me of that. I'm not saying he's All Might or anything. No, 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 no. He may be a completely different character. Like, his character, personality and everything would be completely different from All Might. But still, that was somewhat reminding me of the way he was speaking and all of that stuff. Kind of reminded me of that. And that's the reason why I personally was like, oh, I'm interested in this character. Because All Might is one of my favorite My Hero Academia characters. So, other than that, I want to speak about the last thing about this episode before I wrap up my review. And that is about the unison of the four heroes. Here's the thing, okay? I don't believe that by the end of the season we're gonna see the unison just yet, because I think so they will take that time uniting all the four heroes. This arc is for uniting them, so 3 episodes? I don't think so. I think so there are 25 episodes, right? 25, 26. So I don't think that this arc will be completed in 3 or 4 episodes. That would be pretty quick compared to a lot of arcs in this episode, because a lot of arcs took their own time completing. But then again, they could do it in 5 episodes, 3 episodes. I don't know, 25. I think it's 25. So it will be like 3 episodes. I don't know if they do it. I don't know if it'll be rushed or not, because I think so they should take more time uniting the heroes. So that's personally just my thought about how this would go, because I feel like by the end of the season there will still be some kind of gap, but there will be somewhat close as 4 cardinal heroes. The story is about the shield hero, but remember, this is also about the 4 heroes, because these 3 are pretty important to the plot as much as the shield hero. And as much as you hate Mutasu, whatever his name is, I can't even pronounce his name correctly. Even he is quite relevant at this point, because in the last few episodes, all these 3 heroes were quite relevant. Jesus, my mic just... Okay. All these 3 heroes were quite relevant, just as much as Naofumi is. Naofumi was definitely... He's been relevant since episode 1, okay? But these 3 heroes have been relevant in the last few episodes. I'm not saying like they were irrelevant in the previous episode, but their relevancy became more clear, if that makes sense, in the last 3 episodes. And that's why I feel like these 3 are going to play a more important role going into future, along with Naofumi. That's where the unison thing comes in. Like, it's going to take some time, but they'll definitely be united at the... I don't know if it would be at the end of the season, or either it'll be like this next season or some shit like that. Because I'm pretty sure Shield Hero is not ending this season, okay? It's gonna take its time, because I believe that there's still a lot of shit to be covered in Shield Hero. Anyways, let me know what you think about this episode of Rising of the Shield Hero, and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace.